Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of KOA Talkies. If you hold on just 1 second, I will be inviting today's guest and my co host.
Hi.
Hello, are we on? Is it working?
Yes, we're live.
Okay,
Hi, everybody.
awesome.
Welcome to today's chat.
Just finishing inviting everybody.
Hi, Megha.
Hello, Pragnya.
Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
Yeah, we
Keva.
got some viewers.
This wouldn't be an Indian call if it wasn't late, so apologies for the for the few minutes delay.
Hi, Iha. My cousin's here. Hi, Aditya. Nice to see you. Welcome, everyone. Karan, Ali Reza, Amrita, and Shailendra's here.
Hi.
All right, everybody. I think we are on. Mega, should we get started?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All right. Namaskar, Devyo Sajno. Deutsche Sarni Gulzagandit Namaskar. My name is Shubhankar. I'm one of your hosts today for another episode of KOA Talkies called Vakh with Vakhlus. We have the Vakhlus here today. We have Pragnya and Shailendra with us. So thank you all so much for joining us. As my name is Shubhankar, as I said, I'm one of the KOA zone reps. I represent Zone 3 in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and I'm also the new co-director. So, Mega, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thank you for being with us today and all our
Hi.
viewers. As Shubhanka said, I'm Megha. I am currently in Boston. I'm also a zone rep for KOA Youth. I represent the New England area. Um, and yeah, that's me. So,
Awesome.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mega. Go ahead.
No, now we're just going to do a quick intro of our two guests for this week's session. We have Pragnya. She's a award-winning musician, composer, and activist. She's won many awards in her career, and some of them being the best female act at the Southeast Asia VIMA Awards in 2019. She's had a Best Music Debut, Best Album, and Best Pop Song nominations at the renowned GMA Awards. So those are some big feats. And Shailendra we have is a guitarist and composer. Both of them are based in New Delhi right now, so we have some of our friends from India joining us. And Shailendra specializes in improvisation-based music, so we'll get a chance to listen to that today too. So we're all very excited.
Thank you for
Awesome.
having us.
Of course,
And
of
hi to
course.
everybody that joined us. I see a lot of familiar names. So, hello to everyone. Thank you for being here.
So, Pragnya and Shailendra, to get started, can you guys give just 1 to 2 minute intro about yourselves?
Yeah,
Sure, I'll
Shailen.
just let Pragya start first. Okay. Okay, as in I'll start.
पहले आप
Okay. So, this is pretty much what he had said. Like, I've been playing the guitar for about, I think, 20 odd years now. And I particularly am inclined towards improvisational music, which is kind of a vague term, but like something that comes in the realm of fusion. Like in the context of like improvisational music, I'd say maybe like Hindustani classical fusion with some elements of jazz, like how it was kind of envisioned by John McLaughlin and Zakir Hussain in Shakti. So that is the kind of stuff that I like and I aspire to do. So I would not claim that I'm there, but that's pretty much my direction. And I play for other things as well, like the regular contemporary stuff, which is how I like operate professionally. So like I play in a few bands in Delhi NCR and do recordings and teach along. So that's pretty much me.
and we both also have a band together. It's called the Keva Ensemble. So Shailendra plays a lead guitar, and the songs are basically a blend of Kashmiri and English fusion. And the idea behind the album Keva Speaks was to help the world see a more positive side of Kashmir, because all the time the stuff that comes in the news, a lot of times actually, is things about like all the the terrorism, or it's the tourism aspect, so it's like either Kashmir and all the bad things that are happening there, or then, oh, come and visit, it's a beautiful. So there's so much else about Kashmir that people don't really know, and we felt that we need to bring that to people with our music. So the album highlights the other cultural aspects of different kind of Kashmiri things, like some of the translations of Lal Ded's Vakhs in Vakh with the Vakhlus. But yeah, like, so some of Lal Ded Vakhs translated some of Haba Khatun's poetry. It's called Keva Speaks because the title track is about how can Keva be seen as a metaphor for your life? Like, can we be sweet with our words? Can we be fragrant with our actions, like a cup of Keva? And can we come together as a society, like how all these elements come together to make this amazing brew? So what we did is we crowdfunded an audio like money for creating an audiovisual show, and we've done smaller versions of the show. Last time when I was in KOA, we did a little bit of over there as well in Chicago, but in India also we've been traveling and doing shows here and there. We performed at India Habitat Center as well. So yeah, that's what we've been up to as a band with the Kashmir. I'm just basically more or less focusing on the Kashmiri part of what we're doing right now, considering this is KOA youth conversation. But yeah, so that's what. Oh, somebody's written a comment about Shailendra's guitars being very technical. Shweta Sharma. Shailendra is superb guitarist, very technical. Awesome. He is actually, yeah. So good observation,
Thank you.
Shweta.
Awesome. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
fantastic, guys. And for our viewers from KOA in the US side who don't know, Pragnya has previously been a part of KOA events, so we want to thank you once again, and
Yeah. Great.
keep staying involved with us across the border. You know, Kashmir is wherever Kashmiris are. So we really want you guys and your music to be heard here as much as possible as well. So quickly, just jumping into very basic questions. Since when were you guys interested in music, and how did you get into it? Very, very basic. Yeah, go ahead. And we can ask both of you, so both of you can answer.
So for me, I started learning Indian classical music as a child, and my grandmother would, I think a lot of grandparents of that generation would play sitar. I don't know about you, but definitely in my grandparents' generation, a lot of people would play sitar. So my grandmom would play sitar at home, and that created a really nice musical atmosphere in the house. Apart from that, like I was learning Indian classical as a child, so I grew up like trained in Indian classical, and then later on I picked up the guitar and started writing much later on in life. But music is always something that brings peace, and that's why it's always drawn me towards it, I think, throughout. Yeah. That's how it started for me. Shailendra can go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. So for me, I had started playing once my brother got the instrument home. Like he had started learning it, and on the side, I just picked up a few things from him, and then I kind of connected very well with it to the extent that I could sit for long hours with it and enjoy the process. And eventually, it just became something like kind of like an integral part of my life. And eventually, I felt like I wanted to be playing the guitar and musically like exploring things which I liked otherwise, like this kind of songs that I like, the kind of music that I like to explore that on the guitar. And from there I like took it further, and then eventually it became like a profession. So that's how it was for me.
Yeah, that's great. So you guys are siblings. So how has, the similar interest in music for both of you affected your sibling relationship, if it has at all?
He's my third cousin. So it's not like we were brought up in the same house or something. But I think that we were living in different cities when we were like younger, Bombay, and he was in Bombay, I was in Pune, and I think then when we finally both moved to Delhi and we started doing music full time, that's when I think, bonded more, right, Shailendra? I don't know. I think that we have a
Yes,
similar journey from quitting our corporate jobs into full-time music. And so I think like that's something that, and we also perform together a lot because we're in the same band, and we both like have other acts as well. But one of our musical outfits is Keva Speaks Ensemble, and we play together in that. So I think that it's kind of nice to have someone from the family who's on a similar path, and I think that's really, we keep
yes.
exchanging notes about each other's what's happening, journey and all, and learning and growing. I think you want to add anything, Shailendra?
I think that pretty much sums it up.
I wanted to take two things from what you said. One is the fact that you guys both quit your corporate jobs to then join to go full time into music, and the second thing is you're both from the having somebody in the family who pursued music. So I know sometimes in Kashmiri families and in traditional families, pursuing music can seem like a big step. So did you guys find it easier because there was somebody else who was following a similar path, and how was that interaction with your families? Like, oh, I'm going to pursue this full time, because it is a big step.
So there was no one pursuing music as such. It was a hobby for them. Like my grandmother would just play sitar. Like I don't think, Shailendra, is there anyone who's formally pursuing music?
I
Like,
I, I
Not
meant
not
both
in
of
not
you.
in my
oh, okay,
I
okay,
Yeah,
I
okay,
meant
like
I
now.
that.
meant I meant you had each other from the
Oh,
family
that
line who.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
That way, I
Uh,
suppose it was a challenge still. Like at least for me, it definitely was like a challenge, even in spite of Pragnya having been in the music circuit for a long time, even before I joined. But for me, it was like it took that one kind of a strong decision. Like I had to say, okay, this is what I'm doing now. And after that, my parents have been very supportive, I must say. But initially, probably they were not feeling that kind of confidence from me. So that's probably my own thing.
I think, yeah, but Shelly is very brave and he's stuck to his guns, like a lot of people sort of take the step and then with the pricks of the pressure and all, or somewhere along the way, you start getting, you know, because it takes a lot of time to see something happening for you in the independent. It's not like you scored a Bollywood film where you get a lot of money, like to sing a song and all. For independent music, it's a very a long struggle, and it's a long and hard struggle. And unless you don't be consistent and stick to it, you're not going to see any results initially, unless you're some genius or something like Jacob Collier or something. But like I think the key is to be consistent with it. So I think for me also, when I took the step, I was very lucky that my parents also supported it, because they themselves are entrepreneurs and they're very creative people. So they did definitely kind of not stop me from doing it. But then I had to prove to like other people like that, it is something that, I mean, still there are people who ask you, but what do you really do? You know, like even
Yeah.
being in the song, you guys know how it is, right? Like in India, it's still like people are like, yeah, but how much you really making? Like how much money do you really make in this? It's not only about, people equate success with monetary value like a lot, as opposed to even if I remember someone from my family, I won the Dada Saheb Phalke Award for a video, and it's a big deal. Like, at least for me, it was a big deal, okay? Like, it's a national award, right? So, I told somebody in my family that theek hai, wo mil gaya. So, their first thing was, yeah, but did you get any cash? Like, did they give you a cash prize? And I was like, no. They're like, then what's the point? Like, it's just like another thing to put on the wall, right? Like, so the thing is that unless it's equated with money, it doesn't, for a lot of people, especially who have been brought up in a conservative like thing, it's like difficult to explain. So it's only like but you, because you're so passionate about it and you believe with it, you have to sort of set your own goals, achieve them, and then just keep reassuring yourself that you're on the right path, because you feel happy, you feel fulfilled, and money also comes if you
Mm.
stick with it and you're consistent with what you're doing. That's all.
I think
So,
yeah, go ahead, Mega, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna, how was going off of that, how was your transition from, that corporate style lifestyle to pursuing your passion of music, like full time? How was that transition?
Shailendra, go first, like I
Okay,
started.
I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, initially the transition was a little difficult because I was too regimented. Like, I'd be like working 9 to 5. So I had this, like, thing you wake up at a certain time, sorry, wake up at a certain time and you have to, like, just show up at work, things happen, and you get a paycheck at the end of the month. So it's like a very sorted kind of situation. Like, so you don't have to really struggle in that sense. But when I went into this kind of a line, I realized that, one has to find the work like by one's own efforts. Like you have to go out, you have to meet people, you have to network, you have to, actually ask people for work. It's like, which is something one doesn't do when you're in a corporate kind of job. Then do it in a more sort of dignified kind of way, like where you just put out a resume or something. Here you have to actually go and say, okay, I need the kind of a thing and I can do this and that. So you have to kind of sell your skills. So that was a first for me. Eventually, I kind of got used to it, and then it all became part of a grapevine. Then it became a lot easier. Then I'd get recommendations and so on, and then it became relatively smoother. But yes, the initial part was a little rocky, but I think that's typical of any such change.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah. So I agree with him. It's like corporate job may you're used to this nice office. Like I was also working in the US
Not
actually.
not
So
these not these days. No nice office these days. These days it's
I don't
home.
know. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Well, some people's homes are better than the office also. But
That's
anyway,
true.
so like for me, it was I was working in Bangalore with the IT firm and I was posted to Seattle. So I worked for 1 year in the US and I actually quit when I was there. So I had like a cool apartment overlooking the sea and like whatever, like nice office and all. And yeah, so it's very humbling ki like when you come back, when you quit from a job where you're used to something and you're going a new career, no one cares that you were office, you were working, earning whatever, this, that, jo bhi hai, wo sab, it is not relevant at all to your new career. So you need to eat humble pie and start doing everything from scratch because no one cares about whatever you accomplished in X career when you're starting career Y from ground zero. So you have to be ready to, like Shelly said, meet a lot of people. When I came back, I decided to quit when I was in the US and I told my boss I'm going back to India and I want to do music. Like he was like, are you crazy? And I was like, no, but like I just think that that's what my heart is, whatever. So I came back and I had to literally go everywhere with a demo CD and be like, please give us one show, please, please. They're like, but where are your like videos? And we didn't have a band, we had nothing. Like I was like, just one break. I got a Jazz by the Bay where I didn't even have a band. I just had some recordings of my music. And I told him I've done a show in Seattle. That was like the selling point. Like I've done a show in Seattle and just give me one date and we'll put together a band. We'll do anything. We'll make it happen. And he took a chance on me. And I think you just need one person to take a chance on you. And then um, he called me 2 days before the show and said, do you have your band? Because like that time I didn't have a band. I said, yeah, I have a band. We are coming to perform. And on the day of the show, our bass player didn't turn up for the show. And then we had some last minute changes, but we did the gig. And it's important for anyone who's watching who wants to take that first step. Like Shailendra said also earlier, that you need to totally just take the step and then things start happening. Like one from there, somebody will see you, or if they don't, go to more people. But you have to give it your 100% before calling it quits. Like people call it quits when they meet the first hurdle. This is not like it's not an easy journey, and you have to be prepared for a lot of rejections, honestly. Like, no, even now, despite so many years of experience, like more than a decade of being an independent artist, some venues will still not give you shows. They're like, no, like, we want this artist, not you. So, even now, you are rejected, and you have to be prepared for that. And my grandmother was in politics, in Kashmiri politics, actually. And I remember when I released Keva Speaks, because it's not a traditional Kashmiri album where it's like traditional. I mean, Shailendra knows, he plays the songs too. It's like a fusion thingy. And we wanted to make English in it so that the audience who is non-Kashmiri understands what Kashmir is about. So it's not only for Kashmiris, it's for the rest of the world to see what Kashmir is about. That is a reason. But the very traditional people will be like, you're messing with our culture and you're trying to make it westernized. But that is not the. So that's why every time you try
Yeah.
something different or you try something, there will be people who like it and there will be people who don't. And I remember I was so affected by it initially, and I used to tell my grandmother, like, but I'm trying to do this for our people, and there are people coming and telling me, like, what are you doing? So I didn't know how to deal with it. And she, being in politics, she told me this, that every time you're going to do something different, there are going to be people telling you we hate what you do, and there are going to be people saying you like, and you just need to say that this is what I want to do and stick with it, because you know that you're doing it for yourself and for a particular reason and intention by for which you're doing it. So there will be people who like it and hate it, and you have to be okay with that. But don't try to please everyone, because you'll never be able to please everybody. So I understood that, and after that I was able to, like, I don't know, just deal with even criticism. And the good, you get criticism, you get good comments, you get both. Yeah, like, you have to kind of be okay about both also if you want to be in this profession. And as you grow, they're going to be like, you're always going to face different things like this, and you have to learn how to deal with it. That's all. Yeah.
To any of the audience members who are, trying to go into music or pursuing anything like that, or actually anyone in general, that's fantastic advice. You're never gonna please everybody. So
Never.
thank you for those wise words, Pragnya. Also, I wanted a quick plug for Keva Speaks. आप सब YouTube पे जाके Keva Speaks की वीडियो देख सकते हैं. There's a lot of fantastic cute music videos. Actually, मैं कल ही आपकी वो the dalchini and then badam. You put that in the keva. Oh, that was such a cute music video. So everybody, please go and check out Pragnya's Keva Speaks music. Megha, you want to go ahead?
Yeah,
Thanks,
and
Munib Khan. I'm seeing your comments. Thank you.
yeah, you guys are
Okay.
getting so much love through these comments. It's unbelievable. But so now everyone's requesting, we're getting a lot of requests for you guys to, show us a little bit of your thing. So Pregna, if you want to start, give us a
Yeah.
little demo of your song Henze. I think
Sure.
our
Yeah.
audience would love that.
So what I'm gonna do is I'll just play it first, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it, because I'm sure everyone's impatient to hear some music now.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, let's go. One second, I'm just putting on a tanpura. Can you hear?
Yeah.
It's a song called Henze, Returning to Peace. Henze, Shukara, Nama, Pari, Mana, Muna, Yo, Shobha, Para, Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
Fantastic. I know that's going to be stuck in my
Thank you.
head for a long time now. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pragnya. And if you could quickly describe the song and its inspiration, maybe, one to two lines.
Yeah, so I think some of them who are watching have accurately recognized that it is a kind of vanvun. So vanvun is one of the oldest forms of, for those who don't know, vanvun is one of the oldest forms of Kashmiri singing. And traditionally it was sung by groups of women without any musical accompaniment. तो वो शादियों पे आके बैठते थे और गाते थे mostly for blessings for the bride, blessings for the groom. So in this song, there are two kinds of vanvun. There's a butter vanvun, which is typical of Kashmiri Pandits sing at weddings, and then there's a Musalman vanvun, which the Kashmiri Muslims sing at their weddings. So the difference in the two is that the Kashmiri Pandit vanvun has a very Vedic kind of a sound. So the first part of this song was that Henze. Henze comes from the Sanskrit word Henje, which means ruler of the home. But then somebody else told me it also means like जैसे आप अपने कोई सखी को बुला रहे हैं तो आप बोलते हैं हिंजी. That's somebody else's interpretation who they told me later. So I'm not sure if they both are accurate or one. So, but this is what I've read. And the Musalman vanvun has a very Persian sounding influence. So the Bismillah vanvun is the Musalman vanvun. So in this song, it's called Henze Returning to Peace. And we've fused both the Kashmiri Pandit vanvun and Musalman vanvun. और जो vanvun का जो the beginning of the vanvun in the Pandit vanvun we say Shukalam Parit, which is the sacred text. So reading the name of so it starts with Henze Henze Shukalam Parit Vanvun Hyotum. So it means read the name of the goddess mother and start the vanvun. And in the Musalman they say Bismillah Parit Hyotum Vanvun. That Bismillah का Allah का नाम लेके हम पढ़ने वाले हैं. So in the ending verse, I have blessings for replaced it with blessings for Kashmir. So the song is about may Kashmir be blessed with Shanti, Sukh. Shanti आए हमारे घर में, हमारे आंगन में, पोश flowers में. Let the flowers burso in your angan of Kashmir, and maybe sort of return to that peace. And it starts and ends with the Tanpura, which also is about life, where it starts in silence and ends in silence. And that's
Wow.
ultimately
Wow, that's such a beautiful sentiment. That's
It's so
amazing.
deep, yeah.
So yeah, it's a part of the album. It's called Henze Returning to Peace, so you can hear it on wherever you listen to your music. It's out there.
Yeah. And we'll promote those too on our Instagram to make sure our viewers and followers will be able to access those too. So that's great. Now, Shailendra, do you want to go into a little bit of your music and give us a little background of your songs?
Sure. So I'll be playing this small kind of composition and improvisation over some basic kind of a structure, like a teen tal structure, which is a very common tal in Hindustani classical music. And just like a disclaimer of sorts, I'm not really a Hindustani classical musician by any stretch. This is purely fusion and mostly like Indo-Western fusion, so to speak. So it's going to be not exactly in keeping with the rules and regulations of the tal or the rag for that matter, but it's just going to be like an exploration more than anything. And I'd dedicate this to the occasion of Shivratri because that's just a
Hmm.
few days away now. So I hope that works.
Herat Mubarak to all of you all and viewers in advance because Herat is coming up, like you said.
Hopefully, you all enjoy your Tomosot and Dune. So, go ahead, Shailendra.
Okay, thank you.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
Raga
Thank
Blues, Shelly, good job.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. मुझे याद आ रहा है कि just recently मैंने अपने KOA fellow zone representatives को बोला था कि this KOA Talkies is like a one-on-one concert with accomplished artists. Like why would I ever not want to host a program like this? They were like, oh Shubhankar, thank you for doing this, and I was like, thank you. I'm so lucky I get to listen one-on-one to such talented people. So thank you both of you. This
Thank you.
was fantastic, beautiful. So next we're gonna go into a little bit of a fun segment. We did this in our last call. It's called Rapid Fire. So we have some. So agar aapne Coffee with Karan dekha hai, this is gonna be similar to that, although maybe not as raunchy, so less controversy for sure. So what we'll do is we'll ask each question to both of you, but whoever answers the first question first will answer the next question second. So the first question will go to Pragnya, then Shailendra, and the second question will go to Shailendra, then Pragnya, and we'll keep alternating like that. Megha, you mind if I go?
Yeah, go ahead. And the
Okay.
faster the better, okay?
Yeah,
The
faster the better.
better.
The viewers need to know this is straight from your brain. No
No
filter.
thinking.
No filter, yeah. So question number 1, Pragnya. Rank these languages in order of preference. Kashmiri, English, Hindi, Urdu.
Kashmiri, English, the same order that you said,
Okay.
Hindi, Urdu.
And Shailendra, you?
English, Hindi, Kashmiri, and Urdu.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Shailendra, for you, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
And Pragnya?
Coffee, yeah.
Now to Pragnya, what kind of coffee?
Black.
Latte, black.
Without
Fantastic. I also go black. And Shailendra, what about you?
Black. Yes.
Awesome,
Good
fantastic.
choice.
Good choice. Shailendra, next for you, early riser or night owl?
Night owl, definitely.
And Pragnya?
Same, yeah. I think for most musicians, it's like night owls only. All of us
Yeah.
are
And the
night
best
owls.
work gets done.
Yep. Next one is very tough, so choose your answer carefully. Pragnya, DDLJ or K3G?
DDLJ.
Okay. And Shailendra, what about you?
DDLJ.
DDLJ, fantastic.
Mauji ने उसे जाने दिया इसलिए. That's right.
All right, Shailendra, next one. Damalu or Taman?
Damalu.
And
Salmon
Pragnya?
for me. Salmon.
Salmon for me
Protein,
too.
yeah. The malu's like fat.
And
Protein.
Pragnya, Rogan Josh or Mats? अब तो दोनों
I'm a
protein है.
vegetarian. Both of us are vegetarians.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay,
so
okay. Okay. I'm so glad I found other KPs who are vegetarian. I'm also vegetarian. So
yeah,
thank
Oh,
we
you.
should
wow.
tell all our viewers that there's amazing Kashmiri vegetarian food, guys. If any of you are vegetarian, there's so much to explore in Kashmir.
Yeah. And if you're looking to turn vegetarian and your family members are like, "Kya chup karan?" Don't go down that route. Be vegetarian if you want to be vegetarian.
You're missing out on such good food, though.
Yeah, but you're doing wonders for your body. All right, Pragnya, next for you. Monchak or Nadur Yakin?
Nadur Yakin is my favorite.
And Shailendra?
Easy.
Manjahak.
Monchak.
Oh.
Shailendra, Katlam or Kulcha?
Katlam.
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 It's too hard for me.
We have a kandur near my house. When Amrita was in India, I took her there. Amrita,
Oh.
remember? We went to the kandur and we got tilburs and ate it
Oh.
with like butter.
Yeah,
Yum.
probably every week or every other week I'm hearing from my dad about the condo near his place and all that. So yes, I wish I could have been there. I love that. Next, Pragnya, to you, Madhur Pulav or Tahar?
Tahar.
Shailendra?
Tahar.
Now Shailendra, mujh chatin or doon chatin?
Oh.
Doon chutney.
Doon chatin.
Same.
Doon chatin.
It's rare. That's why much chatin
Yeah.
you can have it.
Yeah. Pragnya, Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram. I've never used Snapchat.
Okay. And Shailendra?
Likewise. Even I've never used Snapchat.
Gotcha.
We're
Nice.
not like, we're older school.
And Shailendra, for you, what is your favorite thing about Pragnya?
Oh, okay.
Her positivity.
And Pragnya, what's your favorite thing about Shailendra?
Well, just his work ethic. He practices so much, like to get something. Like I really admire that. I wish I could play guitar as great as him someday, maybe. I don't know.
And Pragnya, favorite genre of music to listen to?
I like well, it depends on my mood. So yeah, like I like the blues, and I also like upbeat music in the morning, and in the night I like lo-fi
Mm.
and fusion, classical, that kind of stuff in the evening.
Shailendra, what about you?
I like jazz fusion, which is kind of like Indo-Western fusion type.
Nice. Awesome. Shailendra, for you, favorite genre to play or sing?
It'll be the same one, jazz fusion, I suppose, to
Jazz
play in.
fusion. Beautiful, beautiful. I think there's some issue with. Oh,
Oh, she's back.
Pragna's
She's
back.
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 Pragna's
Okay.
back. All right, Pragna, favorite genre to play or sing? No filter. Let's go.
Huh? Sorry?
Favorite
What?
genre to play or sing?
Oh, to play, I like the, rap, honestly, and blues and rap kind of stuff. Rock, blues, rap.
All right, we have last few coming up now. Performance for fans or performing for friends and family, Pragna?
Friends.
Shailendra?
I think for fans,
Beautiful.
High five. We are family, so we perform for each other.
Oh,
It's part of the thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Shailendra, Delhi or Kashmir?
Kashmir, definitely.
And Pragna?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could be in Kashmir, but right now I'm in Delhi. Yeah, but wish Kashmir, yeah.
Yeah. Arjit Singh or Javed Ali, Pragna?
I haven't heard Arjit Singh, I guess.
Okay. And Shailendra?
The similar thing, like even I've not heard Javed Ali, but
I haven't heard
Arijit Singh
Javed
is
Ali.
the default choice then.
Okay. This is a little bit of a throwback. Shailendra Shan or Sonu Nigam?
Chan.
Pragna?
I like Sonu Nigam.
Nice. Pragna, Shankar Ehsaan Loy or Salim Suleiman?
Shankar Ehsaan Loy. Love that stuff.
And Shailendra?
Shankar Ehsaan Loy.
Gotcha. So
Demo ask.
the last question, be very careful about this. This question is a dangerous question. Megha or Shubhankar?
No
Oh.
diplomacy.
No thinking.
No, so I can say Shubhankar, which is a guy, and Shelly can choose the other gender.
Okay, I'll do
I
Megha.
told you they go with a diplomatic answer.
Shubhankar.
I said no thinking.
Shubhankar.
All right. Thank you guys so much for playing. Hopefully our viewers, you guys got to know Shailendra and Pragnya a little bit better. And usually to close off KOA Talkies, we like to do one more performance, one quick performance, if that's okay with you guys. Pragnya and Shailendra, is that okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
So maybe this time, Shailendra, you can start, and then we can end with Pragnya.
Cool.
All right. So now I'll just play something which is more in the regular kind of realm. Like I'll play a blues tune and
Blues.
just improvisation of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know
Woo!
if you could see, but all of our faces were just like bopping along with the beat.
No, like,
That was so great.
Dude, I have to tell you, I don't usually listen to blues. Not because I don't like it, it just doesn't pop up in my music. I'm definitely gonna add blues to my playlist now. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you want me to play Kashmiri song or a Hindi song? I don't know.
Kashmiri. You rank
Okay.
Kashmiri above Hindi in rapid fire, so you gotta go
Yeah.
Kashmiri.
So how about we do? We can either do. Okay. So I'll play Keva Speaks because it's a title track of the album. Or I could play a song which everyone's not really heard from the album, which is Vakh translated to end the Vakh with the Vakhlu's thingy. So your pick. Choose one.
Um,
Maybe the one viewers haven't heard, just because
Yeah.
Keva Speaks is very popular
Yeah.
on YouTube.
So guys, this one is a translation of two of Lal Ded's works. Lal Ded was a very famous poetess of Kashmir from the 16th century. And interestingly, she got married when she was very young and got sent away from her in-laws were very mean to her. They used to not hit her and be very mean. So she ran away in the search of truth. And she discovered after search that जो मैं बाहर ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ वो खुद में ही है जो शांति मैं ढूंढ रही हूँ बाहर और जो the stillness and happiness I'm trying to find can be found inside. And so all her work was very spiritual, and some of that is a translation of two of her works. I'll play it for you. It's called Lala's Lore, the song. Dam dam manokar parnovum Pane paran pane goza Dam dam manokar parnovum Pane paran pane goza Soham para soham golum Soham para soham golum Adilal bay vachas pragashtam When I chant I listen to my voice Listener and I are one When I chant I listen to my voice Listener and I are one The ego breaks, the mind is free The ego breaks, the mind is free Leaving the universe as the sun So I just thought I'll play this much. There's more to the song, but it might get really long. So yeah, that was one of the verse in the chorus. It's called Lala's Lore. And the actual song has another verse and its translation. So
Beautiful. Both of your music, I can definitely imagine myself doing this at a concert too. So that is amazing, guys. Fantastic.
yeah.
Thank you.
But with that, we're looking at the time, and we've had you on for quite a while, so we don't want to keep you from the rest of your days. But
night.
we're night
Night.
tonight. But yeah, we're so glad that you guys could join us today. All our viewers, I mean, from the comments itself, they're enjoying it so much. Shailendra, you have a very big fan
Shelly has a
in
big fan
Shweta
following.
Sharma. She's loving your
Thank you.
stuff.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to sing some popular Kashmiri song to end, like a verse or something? Because I saw a few requests for Roche or something.
Yeah.
You want to? Valai bas das habas Dunya nindra takhabas Praran tihindis chababas malumya Solhama Roshe Roshe Balumya मदनो चलहमा चलहमा रोशे रोशे वलोहुमा ओशे मदनो चलहमा. Just for our viewers that know the song.
Wow. I
Great.
love listening to Kashmiri music. So great.
Thanks so much for having us, KOA, Amrita, Shubhankar, Megha, and Shailendra.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it was nice being here and interacting with you guys. And it's so cool that with the internet, the world has become like a more closer place, I think. So the
Absolutely.
distance doesn't seem so far when you can like connect like across 7 seas and everything, like on the phone.
Yeah,
I know I can speak for KOA when I say we're so glad we connected with you and we want to stay more and more connected.
Great.
yeah. Definitely
Likewise.
all our viewers, we have tagged both Pragnya and Shailendra in our posts. So please go follow them if you're interested in listening to more of their music. We'll also be promoting their music too. So definitely get out there and give them a follow. But with
Hey,
that,
yeah,
again, yeah.
we have some exciting news for our friends in Kashmir that we're going to be coming and playing there on Navre on 13th April. So we are actually going to play at Hari Parbat in Kashmir on 13th April, like to celebrate, the Kashmiri Pandit Festival of Navre with everybody there. And we're going to play our Keva Speaks Ensemble set. So the band will be going there to play. And we're really looking forward to, interacting with everybody and sharing our music and just coming together as a community, in Kashmir. So we're excited.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Happy Herat Mubarak to all of you and Navre also for
Toy
April to
Tufani.
everyone
Yeah.
that's watching and both of you.
Yeah, you too. And let us know if we can tune in to that concert too in Kashmir, if there's any way that we can get our viewers to tune in as well. Let us know about that. But that's so exciting. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll keep in touch with everything. But thank you. Herat Mubarak.
Thank you,
Herat Mubarak
everybody.
to you.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
our
Bye.
Thank
viewers.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
See you.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.